Long-term employment is dead, and this is a good thing. Look at how much life has changed in the past 40 years. 40 years ago, cell phones didn't exist. There was no computers, there was no Facebook, there was no offshore employment. If you said that you had a virtual assistant, people would think that you're hallucinating. Long-term employment was common back then. Some people were born to be long-term employees. I had friends that have been at the same company for 20 years. I have a hard time doing the same thing for 20 minutes myself. The way things used to be is there used to be an agreement between employees and the company they work for. An employee was supposed to give effort and attention, and in return the organization would be in charge of the employee's life. In IBM in the 1960s, it was called the cradle to grave culture, meaning that if you got in, they would take care of you. There were lavish carnivals for workers and their families. There was a golf course as well. And an ex-employee, Ron Dedrick, got so upset because he actually had to pay for the golf at the IBM that they wouldn't let him. There were no layoffs for 7 decades. You were reassigned. It was cradle to grave. I would have never fit into IBM myself. Last time I worked for someone else was in 1998. I sold my business in Poland and called my parents. Hey, I'm moving to New York. 2 hours later, hey, I'm moving to Romania. I remember at a party that I had after I got married, my friend joked and said that I collect companies like other people collect socks. Could you imagine working at IBM in the 1960s? I would go nuts. If someone ever tells you that you are unemployable, wear it with pride and say thanks. Long-term employment is dead. One of the reasons why is globalization. Upwork. The whole world is accessible through outsourcing. A guy in Russia that lives with his parents can work for anyone. Large company doesn't necessarily equal job security anymore. Business is changing at warp speed. There's so many options for someone. New reality, the average tenure is 3.4 years for millennials. How do you attract and retain employees in this new paradigm? Well, number one, WeWork, the millennial professional, is a unique animal. They're looking for positive culture, and they're also looking for people that will provide ownership to their employees. Millennials are also looking for development opportunities, and you have to defend against burnout, and there's also a social component. So this new generation believes that the social component is critical. So what do you do if you're downsized? The first thing you can do is that you can learn a new skill. The fact is that there are so many options is a good thing. And there's also a second option called franchising, and franchising is a great option for the right candidate. And the reason why, franchising gives franchisees the option to scale a business. It's a business in a box. And before franchising, I had a hard time focusing on one thing and creating a scalable business. But with franchising, it allowed me to create a scalable business and to be on my own while having a blueprint about success. So franchising really is a great avenue for people that in this new economy where we really don't have this cradle to grave nanny type IBM lifelong employment for options for people like yourself.